Behind every gym, there's a story, a mission, a spark of passion that started it all. This is Gym Desk Originals. Real owners, real struggles, and the communities they've built from the ground up.
Hey, what's up? We're heading to a new place today with a new guest star. We are in Texas, Dallas, Texas, and we're heading to Argyle Jiu Jitsu, and we're really excited. Today's guest stars are
Brian Lasovich, VP Marketing.
Sydney Graham, Operations.
All right, we'll see you all soon.
Hi guys, my name is Paul Gilman. I am the head instructor here at Argyle Jiu Jitsu Academy. If you'd like to come out here and train, anyone is welcome. If you'd also like to come out and train with Argyle MMA, we have Aiden and Tobias here to tell you what that's about.
We got excellent kids classes as well, and adult gi and no gi classes. We also have wrestling with Coach Tobias.
If you love anything UFC or MMA, me and Aiden are Dave here, working some striking, doing different wrestling drills. It's really fun. You know, we do ice bath and make funny videos.
We're here in Argyle, Texas, kind of Dallas area. You know, I didn't know the difference between Dallas and Argyle. North Dallas. Okay. Quite. It was about 45 minutes to get here. We're in Argyle Jiu Jitsu here with Professor Paul, two sons. So happy that you had us come over. I'm a big fan of your work.
Hey, can I get some water?
Yeah, I got you. There you go. How you doing, bro?
Thanks, man.
Steroid user!
Hey, you guys have amazing content. The funny story is I was passing around the content you all were producing to like Jiu-Jitsu buddies. I think I even DM'd one of you, right? I'm like, hey, I like that, you know, the content or whatever. I didn't realize you guys were customers. So, and then I found out, I'm like, oh, no way, dude, that is amazing. So I'm like, I got to go out and visit. This has been a great day today, a great Jiu-Jitsu, amazing time. We had a VP of marketing jumped in the class as well. It was just a lot of fun. So thank you very much for hosting us. Appreciate you very much. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Yeah, so maybe we could start with a little bit about your background, Professor. A little bit of, you know, your training. I know you've been all over the place. Seems like it's Korea, Philippines, California. Tell us about your background.
My main background is wrestling. I wrestled in California, high school, junior college, college. After my wrestling was up in 98, I moved out to South Korea. Didn't do any grappling for a long time. Got back in. A friend of mine invited me to jiu-jitsu, and that's when I started in 2008. Haven't stopped since then, except due to injuries. When I started training in 2008, but 2017, came back here, moved to Texas. I did do some training in California for a little bit here and there. Trained out here in Texas for about a year. Got a job in the Philippines and trained 1 year there. We opened a school called Checkmat out there with Professor Kalma. I spent a year training, came back to Argyle, decided whether to work in the corporate field or open my own gym, and I decided to go with opening my own gym. And that was in 2020.
2020.
Right during COVID.
COVID.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
We were scheduled to open in March. COVID hit. We didn't open until April or May.
Okay. All right. Well, I'd love to get into that, but California, what part? Where were you from?
Sacramento.
Oh, on the way.
Yeah.
I'm from San Jose originally.
Okay. I went to junior college in Saratoga, which is near San Jose.
the backyard.
Perry. That's where I started. Yeah.
So you did wrestling out there.
Yeah.
And then how did you decide to move to a foreign country?
Right after I graduated, me and a friend just decided we'd like to travel and teach. Korea was there. We went out there for on a 2-year contract, economic crisis. So they hired me at the local university. And that was a really good gig for about, 15 years. Oh, just kept extending out. We had a 5-year plan, and then we had the boys there, and then 5 more years led to another 5 years. And by the time they were in middle school, we decided to come back here to.
So you two gents were born in South Korea? Okay. All right. I got my nephews are from South Korea.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So we have some connections there. And did you guys ever, I don't know what age you were there, up until what age?
But for me, I was there until 10 and we moved there.
Okay, you were 10.
And then my brother, I think 7.
Okay. You guys have a 3-year difference? We had some of the footage of you two, which seemed like, I mean, I know it's not choreographed, but it was really cool to watch.
Yeah, we were rolling.
You were rolling, and it was like flowing, man, like Tai Chi or something, just like you guys were in it. It's really cool to watch.
Thank you.
And, I was thinking to myself, so I think I was telling you earlier, my son is 8, my other son is 3. This is a 5-year gap. I can't wait to see them do that, but a lot younger. My 3-year-old's not even training yet. He just goofs off. And how does that feel for you when you're watching your molesting?
Yeah, super proud. I mean, we didn't know that was going to happen. He trained jiu-jitsu they've both been training since they were 3. He stopped training in middle school, didn't really like jiu-jitsu for 6 years. And I never pressured him to do it. And then after he graduated high school, he wanted to try to come back in and get some workouts in, and he still had it. So it's just been actually the last year, or is it 2 years now? He wrestles at high school, so his wrestling is amazing. And then it's been about a couple of years where they just reconnected with jiu-jitsu, and I'm just living the dream now. I get to watch my kids do incredible jiu-jitsu, right? For sure.
Yeah, it's hard to even explain what it is. Like, you want your boys to be able to defend themselves.
Yeah.
And then you see that level of skill, you're like,
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Tell me, when you're doing wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
How do you feel like when you're doing one or the other? Do you get like flashes of like, oh, I want to do jiu-jitsu move, or you're like straight?
Yeah. So I would say wrestling helps with jiu-jitsu, but jiu-jitsu doesn't help with wrestling.
Okay.
So not as much.
What do you feel more what's the biggest difference in your mind?
Just brute strength, I guess.
On the wrestling side?
Yeah. Jiu-jitsu, it's all about diverting the force, going with everything.
Yeah.
The path of least resistance. And wrestling is like will versus will, just who has it more, I guess.
Well, so Professor, you've been all over the place.
Yeah.
How did you go? Well, you ended up here in Argyle.
Yeah.
And then you decided to open up during COVID, which is like some people are like, oh, you're crazy, man, right? I don't know if you heard that, but you just like.
No, I had a plan to open in February.
Okay. So this is obviously before COVID. You're like, I want to open on this.
That was my plan coming back from the Philippines, is to open my own gym.
Okay.
And just moved back and started getting in motion. Then COVID was happening, and we just kind of postponed for a month or two. Here in Argyle, people were like, okay, it's not real. So we still had like 15 guys coming in, no masks. And they were like, it's not real. And surprisingly, none of us got COVID during that year, or that second year I was training. We had a few kids. We had, I didn't get COVID till like 3 years later. So kind of strange, but yeah. But
after the,
but everything was done. I was fine for a couple of years, and finally got it.
So how now you open up, obviously you're not going to get the amount of volume of people walking in because there's probably fear or whatever. So how long did it take for you all to kind of start seeing, people start responding, oh, you guys are here, and that kind of thing?
We were lucky. I would say the first 4 or 5 months, we hit the number to stay above water here was like 70 members, right? That's including the kids and the adults. And we got to that number within the first 3 or 4 months, I believe.
Oh, wow.
And so we were just doing enough to keep the gym running. Yeah, it was nice.
So tell us, like, how did that happen? How'd you get 70 so quick?
We were, marketing in January to open up in February online. Okay, Facebook, Instagram, whatever we could do. And people were signing up online, and they were registering. And I said, okay, we have about 20 guys already ready. And then I had to keep emailing them. We're not opening in February, guys. It's going to be more like March because of what's going on. And in March, we're not opening, guys, until, April. And in April, I said, we're going to open and we're going to train. We probably had about 40 people sign up, and then about 15 or 20 actually come in.
And did you have any kind of like founders program?
We did, yeah. We had a 1 year.
Early, you just sign up, you get grandmothered in. That
Yes, yeah,
okay.
yeah. So we reached that pretty fast, and so yeah.
Yeah, and so that was your main vehicle was like Meta, Facebook, that kind of thing. It just social.
Yeah. Back then it was just Facebook and the groups, like the local neighborhood groups that we have here in Hart.
About your coaching philosophy, right? We saw that you obviously earlier you had kids in here. I think you have team program. Today was the special night. You have several theme nights. I think today was
we had teens tonight, and then we had over 200 plus guys.
200 plus guys. Yeah, 200 plus plus
Mm-hmm.
teens on that side, bigger guys on this side. How did tell us about your coaching philosophy? Like,
It's been changing. In the beginning, I was more classical. My professor at Kalma, I only trained a year under him, but I learned a lot about like the original kind of jiu-jitsu through, Roger Gracie type of gym. I was kind of classical, not as traditional, like in the bowing in on the mats and turn around and tying the belt. None of that. Basically, I think it's because I have a wrestling background, so we don't have like belts and we don't have all the bowing. And so I was kind of in between both. In the last couple of years, there's a CLA approach, which is what we're doing tonight. It's called what's it called? CLA? Ecological approach. It's got ecological approach. It's called, I forget, constraints-led approach, which is led by Professor Souders out of the East Coast. And it's just getting these positions and you guys work to get to this goal. And you don't have to show a lot of technique because both people know where they need to go at what time.
right?
You don't have to worry about a white belt going against a brown belt and the white belt's overwhelmed by all these moves, right? So that's kind of what we're doing tonight.
Yeah, that was I've never done a class like that before. I mean, you do like pieces of it. He'll do like, okay, start and guard and get out.
Yes.
But that's like 10 minutes of the class, right?
Yeah.
Like the whole thing was like that. And that's what you just called the
The CLA approach.
CLA?
Constraints-led approach.
Straight set approach. So I think we started with, we were knee tag. I've never done that before. That's cool.
Pretty easy, good warm-up game.
And this is the way it's got going. And then double unders.
Yep.
And then we're trying to get around the back.
Yeah, so we start standing.
Yep.
We'll get you get your heart rate up doing standing stuff. And that's our warm-up. Now we got our blood flowing. Now we can get to the ground and start doing some other kinds of problem solving.
It's really cool because, like, you don't always end up in that position. And it's like I ended up, well, I'm like a turtle guy. I'm like, I'm very comfortable there.
Yeah.
I know it's not the best thing, but I forgot, like, a lot of people would turtle up on me.
No, man.
The guy I was like, oh crap, what do I do again? Oh yeah, how do I always get, So it's good to see those moves. And so what about the Little Eagles program? Tell us about that. And like, why did you choose Little Eagles as a name?
You want to well, Argyle is the Eagles is the mascot for the town. Argyle High School, middle school. So when we opened, I didn't have an idea for a gym name like the Dragons, or I didn't want to have a corny name because I did look up names in Dallas. There's like Zombie Crew. There's like Sloth. There's all these, and I wanted to be a community, so I decided Argyle. That's where I live. So Argyle Jiu Jitsu, which means that everyone can kind of, this is our jiu-jitsu gym here in Argyle. I don't even have like a logo for myself, like Paul Gilman, BJJ. A lot of the black belts have a lineage where they have their name. So not really big on that as well. Again, I grew up in wrestling, so we didn't have my college coach. I didn't have like, his name was Jim Root. I trained under Jim Root. We don't do that in wrestling. You just train and then you become good, and then now you're a coach.
Yeah. So I trained when I was young. I trained in Taekwondo and I got my black belts. But like, I didn't really know there was none of that really. Yeah, right. And like federations, and I'm like, I have no idea. I trained in Southeast State Judo. And then I started doing judo because it was there, and I wanted to do some ground game. But after that, when like later on in life, I trained with Saulo in San Diego, Saulo Rivero.
Yes.
And then Renzo Gracie in your city when I lived there. And then a little bit with Cyborg in Miami.
Okay.
But people asked like, hey, who you under? I was like, oh, does that matter? It was weird for me.
Yeah.
It's definitely a jiu-jitsu thing for sure.
For sure, yeah. The lineage part, which is kind of cool, but sometimes it's not everything. Yeah, my jiu-jitsu is much different than who I trained under, because I have hybrid jiu-jitsu, kind of like him, wrestling and jiu-jitsu. So
yeah, and I'm starting to see more of that too, where people are like going away from the tradition, especially when you go no-gi.
Yeah.
And there's none of that. It's just like, hey, let's go train, have some fun, that kind of thing. But you got your boys here. So
Yeah.
how did I mean, you are all involved in the family business?
Just recently, they in high school, so he's busy. He'd been working, doing another job. Then he said he wanted to start training jujitsu and working out. And I said, well, quit your job. You can just work. I can pay you like double what you make there. And you just work like 2 hours a day, you know? And so that's kind of what led him to, and he does my little egos classes Monday, Thursday. So he could tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah. What tell us about
Sure, yeah. I teach the little Eagles, the 4 through 7-year-olds, pretty much every day, Monday through Thursday, with my brother on 2 of the days, Monday, Wednesday, and then with my dad on Tuesday, Thursdays. It's a really hard job too. Not it is only 2 hours a day, but managing like 25 to 30 kids, it's tough. It gets tough. But I do like the fact that I can teach the classes here, train at night, you know, during the morning if I want to. Not like a normal job, like where it's 9 to 5. So I'm pretty much at the gym like all day. And it does feel better than working at like a regular job for sure.
Yeah, and then you're also connected to family too. So
Yeah.
you get that element.
Yeah. I'm with them always.
Yeah. So tell me about the kids then. So a class of 25, 30. I did the same, right? When I was, and I mean, this is in my days. I don't know if you have a different experience, but you know, 80% of the class is paying attention, 10% is drifting, and then there's like troublemakers or just like goofing off. You're getting the same kind of thing, or
Yeah, we always have a couple troublemakers, but it's also good seeing that over time they observe like the environment. Not everyone's, you know, making trouble, so they kind of have to fit in with the other kids. Like, yeah, other kids are not goofing around, so when they look around, they see all the kids behaving.
So funny thing about teaching kids, while I was teaching in Korea, I got a part-time job offered to me to teach for 1 year at a kindergarten.
okay.
And that was 4, 5, and 6-year-olds.
Oh, teaching
English kindergarten. It was basically singing and dancing. I did 1 year there, and I kind of learned how to teach the kids, you know, studying about early childhood education. That 1 year turned into 6 years. And I taught and then I had no idea I'd be teaching kids jujitsu. So I really love that age group.
yeah.
I really know how to manage them. I keep everything. It's like that CLA. They don't have enough time to goof off because every 6 minutes we're moving on to a next thing.
Yeah.
It could be touch the cone. It could be run around the bag. You know, it could be grab somebody's back. But every 6 minutes we are pretty much changing what we're doing. So the kids get used to that. Like, you know, get on the line, sit in the circle, get on the wall. We're getting ready to do something new.
I don't always see that because, you know, what I think you're saying is you keep them engaged and something new
Yeah.
but just before they break their, you know, concentration limit, right?
Yeah.
Which is a brilliant way to go about it. Unlike me trying to, and I've seen other places where it's, you know, you try to do this and, you know, the kids are like
Yeah.
drifting and, you know,
Wow.
so it's not necessarily that you're going to do like 45 minutes or an hour of jujitsu. It's just physical, sprinkle jujitsu,
Yes.
physical, you know, and you just, along the way, they're going to pick up some of the skills. That's the idea.
They will pick up the skills. Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, like, hey, step 1, step 2, step 3. We don't do that here. That's step 1. They can't remember step 1.
Yeah. Well, so your sons have sort of on their own. I'd love to know about how you all started your channel. I don't know if I think you're doing TikTok too, right? I don't see those because I'm just not on there, but I do see the Instagram. Super funny. Curious how you guys decided you wanted to get into like making content like that.
Well, I always loved editing my own training footage and making like goofy TikToks on CapCut. After class, me and Aiden will just be watching funny Instagram reels and we're like, we need to recreate this.
Yeah.
And then just the day starts stacking, just filming every night. We get like one traction. The first video that went viral was when your training partner, YouTube short. It was a YouTube short that was like, only your training partner can calm you down. It's like the one where like I punch the wall and like I land in a flying triangle. So that one did good, and we're like, okay, you just keep doing this. And then every day we get bigger and bigger. And then we went to Austin and dedicated a lot of time there to filming videos.
Oh, where were you doing in Austin?
We went to 10th Planet, Austin, to train for a month. We, you know, rented an Airbnb, stayed there. And then, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. This summer, I invested in them. I paid for them to live in Austin for a month. We got a house near 10th Planet. And the idea was for them to, and then 10th Planet has classes 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. They're just all day long. So they got jiu-jitsu, wrestling, no-gi. What else do you guys have? Kids sleeping in there. And that's all they were doing was just training and eating and sleeping and doing content. So that was a nice little thing. And then the year before that, I sent it to Thailand for a month. And he just trained at Bang Tao for a month, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, and wrestling. Stayed in a little Airbnb. When he came back, he was very different. Like it was scary how good he had gotten over a month of that intense training there. So, and that's the plan this next summer too, sending him somewhere. We're still looking to get to find out.
Yeah, just I mean, obviously they're doing fantastic, and I know you guys were talking about maybe doing some additional longer content that way you can monetize it and all that. How is your success with the social media impacting the gym? Are you getting people coming here because of that?
We have a couple people that came here from the videos. Our friend Joao, he moved here from Pennsylvania and found it from Instagram. And then of course there's people at school like Jonah came up to me saying like, I've seen your videos, and then I talk them into it, come in. So yeah, it certainly helps.
You know, we don't have too many people just walking in saying, hey, I saw you from Instagram or social media. I want to train here. But we have a lot of times people visiting and them recognizing our videos or whatever. If we go to different gyms, they always recognize us, and it's fun. Like being like the content creators in Dallas area, like, you know, go to local gyms and people recognizing us is always a great experience.
But back in the day, I was making my own little YouTube videos just for like health, and I was like weightlifting a lot, and I'm a plant-based guy. So it was about plant-based and working out, weightlifting. And long story short, I got somewhat viral. I wasn't getting, you know, this is the early days. I get like 6,000 views or whatever. And, but I ended up meeting my wife because she saw one of my videos. So, I mean, it's,
I'm gonna have to look that up.
you won't find them. They're like super hidden, but, she recognized me from that. So it's it's one of these things where I think, especially if you have a passion in something, because she happened to also be plant-based, like, oh, you know, it worked out. But you guys are just echoing in this, culture of like jiu-jitsu humor, which is hilarious. I mean, it's wherever you go, you hear the same, jokes and stuff. So you guys nailed it, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd love to chat more about, so MMA, you guys are doing MMA, and you guys are kind of putting up your own programs as well within here. Is that kind of what you're doing, or?
Right now we have some MMA, like after normal classes of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
We have some guys here that already do MMA, like Aiden and Tobias. So they do some striking. We also have Friday open mats where we do like no-gi and striking as well. We don't have like a set MMA class yet, but we're trying to work towards it for sure.
Okay. Is there an end goal for that? Do you guys want to compete in that eventually?
I think you.
Well, I'm in my senior year of high school for wrestling. I definitely want to wrestle in college, but my plan is to do jiu-jitsu my full life, and MMA. I think everyone wants to try to be a fighter once in their life at least. So I'm not sure out fighting.
Guys are making good money doing jiu-jitsu now. That's the money's getting there. So why go make 6 and 6 at UFC? Get 12 and 12 and get your brains bashed in. So some of these guys now, these young guys are, especially in Austin, it's a hotbed. What's his name from New Waves? That kid, he just won
More?
Yeah, he just.
Oh,
What did he get? Was he 15 grand or 20 grand?
I don't remember. That's right. The EBIs and the PGFs.
Yeah. So more money coming into the no-gi stuff. You saw when they were doing no-gi, it's a different sport. It's just fun.
Yeah, I mean, they were asking like, oh, what is that? Is that a different art? Yeah,
It's a lot. It's more fun to watch than two old guys in the gi. Just sitting there going,
Yeah. I was gonna ask about the younger students. Do they watch some of your shows and stuff like that?
Yeah,
How do
they do? So every time I walk in the class, Alaya's like, "Oh, I've watched one of your videos," or some of our kids, they always tell me like they watch it. It's like, why were you doing that? Why do you have shoes on the mat? It's like, it's funny.
Yeah.
Obviously, their parents should definitely screen some of the content, but yeah.
Yeah, I had to do a disclaimer for my favorite one is that one about, what your coach hears.
Oh, yeah.
My arm hurts.
they got like
that
4 million on that.
That one has like 4 million.
Yeah.
It's
Hilarious
video, I think. Yeah.
They got me twerking on one, and one of my students.
Oh no,
one of
we
my
gotta find that one. Find the
of my
twerking one.
teenagers, like, "Sir, we saw you twerking." I was saying, "No, that was not. No."
Yeah, that's I was still in school, so that's fun. I walk into class and there's people in front of me on YouTube Shorts with the videos out. It's like me in my singlet in my room. I'm just like, oh my god. Yeah. I know when I post on Sunday, I'm like, I know I'm gonna have to hear some stuff on Monday with my friends.
Have you had a lot of like people from your school ever to join? Like, hey, can I get in one of these?
Everyone says they want to. They're like, yo, I'm gonna come in. It's like,
It's an opportunity though. Is it? I mean,
Yeah, we're still trying to, but hopefully, I don't know how long this is going to last because, he wants to go to college and so does he, and then they probably go together. So I'll be left here by myself. I got enough good coaches here, though.
I mean, wherever we go, we can still make content.
Yeah, I still have Gabe here.
Don't you like in like the mat room? If I go to college, I'll still make mat room content.
Yeah, I'll just sure. Yeah,
so what is the 5-year plan for Argyle?
we're gonna keep growing. I just grow the kids. The kids are great, big kids, small kids. If you don't know, homeschool here in Dallas, it's blown up. I have about 50 kids homeschool here.
Oh.
I have another school in Justin, as you know, we have gym desk over there as well, and we have about 50 kids there too, just in the morning because they don't go to public school. Just the way that it happens here in Argyle. So
My 2 kids are homeschooled. Same.
yeah.
So yeah, they go to co-op. Like it's kind of a school thing. Like there's two different ones.
Yeah.
But that's a common thing here, I guess, huh?
Yeah, sometimes we have a lot of kids here, and I have 2 classes for the younger kids and bigger kids. They have to come those 2 days because that's their PE days. So yeah, it's part of their enrichment, their PE enrichment. So yeah,
So speaking of gym desk, how'd you find this?
I was doing I was gonna go back with the other one in Australia.
Yeah.
I think I was on another one for about a year. And
You're at this location?
yes,
I was saying on Square, right?
no, but I gotta remember the other one. Learning, I don't remember. And I saw the gym desk was there, and it said it was out of Austin. So I kind of liked that it was local.
Yeah.
And I don't know if somebody emailed me or what it was, but when I went through and I checked it, I think I may have had a meeting, a Zoom meeting or something, but yeah, I just transferred everything over to gym desk. It was pretty seamless and very similar to what I was using before, like I said. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And how long you been with GymFest now?
Gosh, I'd have to look 3, 4 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 22, right?
Yeah. So yeah.
How's been the experience, the software and all that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't use it a lot, like adding, the skills and doing the students don't really know what gym desk is. They don't log into their accounts and check anything.
Yeah.
It's just basically they check in. I can see their accounts. We manage, of course, we manage their memberships there. I don't utilize it as much as I would like to utilize it, like bring up content or videos or instruction and things like that. But I'm happy with it though. Yeah.
Yeah. So mostly like booking or check-ins, tracking attendance,
Yeah.
payments. Have you used any of that marketing automation
Haven't
yet?
used as much of the marketing unless it's just email message, just message it. No, it's pretty cool, man. You should hack it out. I got to get these guys to use it.
Yeah. It's what I would call enterprise grade tech. I mean, this is why I'm a software guy, and I was like so excited. I didn't build it. I came here, and they already had it. We already had it, right? It allows you to fork logic based on what's happening with the lead. Someone fills out a form, and you can say, wait 2 days, send an SMS message, wait a day, send an email. If they respond, basically it's helping minimize the amount of touch points you have to do.
Yeah.
Let the software do it for you to help them come in,
Yeah.
book a class,
Yeah.
and then convert them.
I need these
all
well drained.
Yeah. So you should definitely check that out. There's no extra charge either. It's all included. And then I see you're on our website, right? So, I mean, you're using our website. Are there any other features that you use a lot?
I don't use the, we have that. Well, keeping track of their rank and their levels. That's for it. I don't always go back and as we do a big promotion, we promoted like 70 people and I have to go manually and do it all, but that takes some time. But I don't do much. I don't use the app enough. I think as a business, I don't have an account on the app. I don't know how that works.
No, you do.
Oh, I do?
Yeah,
I can do it.
You can.
Okay. Because I thought I was signed in and I couldn't sign in on the app, but my students could use the app for sure.
Oh, yeah. There's an app for your students.
Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's there. They can book themselves. They can see the ranking. You could put videos on there too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
That's always in the back of my head. It's like, we got to start putting our videos that we want, the skills that we're teaching, right? Put the content and of course that's just staying on the back burner.
right. You could also rate them too. Like, a 3 out of 5 for here. So they know what to work on to get to the next level. So there's all that kind of stuff built in. Well, cool. So Anything else you think you'd want to share with the community out there about what you guys are up to, your plans?
We're always growing. I guess we have a lot of, this area is growing a lot. So since, like I said, they're doing MMA. So probably by next year we'll have a MMA class for the kids, where they come in and do the striking, really kicking, and that's our next program. I'm really slow about introducing new things. I have another gym in Justin. We just every 3 weeks they're trying to do something. So here I just stay the course. Yeah, there we're just throwing stuff on the wall.
Yeah. What's the name of the gym?
Justin Jiu-Jitsu Academy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how far is that from here?
15 minutes.
How does that work for you when
They can train at both.
okay.
Yeah, yes, we do have an area found where we kind of both are pulling from that area, but it doesn't matter. I own that gym too. I have a couple partners there, so I don't mind if they go there. It's a little further west. It's more rural, so the price is a little cheaper over there than here in Argyle. But yeah, no, it's doing good.
And do you split your time between the two locations?
I do 2 days a week here and 2 days a week there.
Okay.
Then my partners teach the adult class there. So yeah.
Then so far with partners, it's been pretty good for you?
It's been good.
Yeah. I had my own stores. I had one. It was food business.
Yes.
And one did great. And then I had to do two because my lease got messed up. Oh, man. So I started going crazy, man. Yeah, it's hard to be in two places at once. I'm from California. From large times there, right? Yes, it's San Jose.
Yeah. I spent a lot. 2 years at West Valley, worked in Non-View, worked in, what was the name of that town? Gosh, all up and down that.
Cupertino?
Cupertino.
Yeah.
You're Mountain View.
Mountain View, yep. That was the first place I ever worked, Mountain View. Software company there.
Okay. She went for the software back then. One of my best buddies back then was Kung Lee. He wrestled with me. Kung Lee is the mixed martial artist from San Jose. I don't know if you remember.
I do know who he is.
Yeah.
I used to see him at tournaments. Yeah. Like Taekwondo tournament.
Yeah.
It's Vietnamese, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's in Sacramento now.
He was like a stocky dude. I remember.
180 pounds.
Yeah. I remember seeing him at it was like.
Sandshoe is his sport, right? Yeah. Back then it was Sandshoe. It was like Greco-Roman wrestling and kickboxing. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was I was before UFC even.
Yeah.
I remember I went to a Taekwondo thing and we were in a fight.
Yeah.
And it was like no rules or something. I'm like, what? No? What does that mean?
I don't know if that's Sandshoe or Wushu or something, but he was like the number one guy in the country.
Yeah.
For a while. Then he went to UFC and.
Listen, guys, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for your business.
Yeah.
Thank you for having it out here.
Good to have you guys. I do.
Thank you.
Hey guys, proud Gym Desk customers here. Tobias and Aiden from Argyle MMA.
Guys, make sure you check us out, especially if you like oil checks, and we'll see you guys.
And we just want to say wait, what was I saying?
Make sure to follow us.
Wow. No, that's fine.